You ready to go over some midseason awards or what?
Yeah, I'm down.
Hey, listen, I'm looking at the rookies. The rookie odds changed a lot since I checked 3 weeks ago. It's kind of it's a little crazy. I think Stroud went to a heavy favorite. Did you see it yet?
No, I haven't seen the numbers.
Yeah. CJ Stroud is a pretty heavy favorite right now. He's minus 550, and Puka is in.
550?
Yeah. That game the other day just jacked up all the odds because when I was looking with your brother a few weeks ago, it was Stroud at like plus 100. B. John was like minus 115. And then they all went in like a nice, like progressive ladder. And now it's all jacked up. That's why I'm starting with the rookies. CJ Stroud is minus 550. Puka plus 750 is second. And then Gibbs all of a sudden is ahead of B. John at plus 1,500 in third.
What? So not even a word about Jordan Addison, though.
Addison is he's in the top ones before you have to hit show all and it opens up. He's the last name that I could see before you have to open it up. He's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th. Addison is on the list at plus 3,500. That's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I like all the plays besides CJ Stroud potentially. I mean, he flashed one time, yeah, but I mean, we got to see this consistency.
Yeah, and you know what? Nobody's run away with anything yet. Like this,
No,
right?
Yeah, to call him a minus 550 at anything halfway through the season is blasphemy.
Right, exactly. And also, like, when I'm looking, like, also, like, this is a season where I was talking to Patty yesterday, and I was looking at the stats from the last 3 or 4 seasons. We only have 4 guys right now on pace for 30 touchdown passes. And when we're talking about an MVP race, that's a big deal because what I'm saying is no one is running away with the MVP race. In 2020, 13 guys threw 30 or more touchdown passes. Last year, it went down to 5. This year, only 4 guys are over 15, and one of them's Kirk Cousins. How you doing?
Yeah, I mean, dude, those Vikings playmakers are different.
I know. So I'm looking at the odds now. Here's what I'm saying. Here's my question to you, C. Rich. If you were to take one quarterback, now I'm going to read you the list of MVP candidates and the odds. Give me one guy that you think could fucking surge through in the back end of the season to steal this award. You got Mahomes as the favorite, plus 240. Then Hurts, 320. Lamar, 500. Tua, 650. Joe Burrow, 900. Josh Allen, 1,400. Trevor Lawrence, 1,900. Then it goes to McCaffrey.
You want to know what name just lit up, made my eyes light up? Joe Burrow.
Right? I could see.
Joe Burrow plus 900. He's a back half of the season player, too. You know, he's going to pick it up around playoff time. I think that's the best.
I feel like if somebody gets hot, they could literally steal this award. And Burrow at plus 900, nobody's hotter than Cincinnati right now. Cincinnati has not lost since they lost their last game at 0-3. I believe they were 0-3, and then they went 4-0 since. If Cincinnati rolls and Burrow's playing well, he could take it. Josh Allen's behind them at plus 1,400. And look, Trevor Lawrence was the best number. He was the number 1 rated quarterback in the NFL last year from weeks 9 to 18. Trevor Lawrence at plus 1,900 with Jacksonville at 6-2 sitting in first place. If he ever went on fire, you never know. You never know with him either.
The thing that makes me nervous there is I feel like ETN is too active in that offense for me to give him an MVP.
I know. And you know what? Like, I'm looking at too.
We got to think about the running game. Because, like, Kelsey is a player that elevates Pat Mahomes' MVP candidate.
Right.
Whereas ETN's the type of player that kind of takes away and bleeds away from the MVP candidate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. I hear you.
Whereas Kelsey's elevating the play level. So, like, these great wideouts are helping elevate. That's why I think Dixie's a great play because you got 3 wideouts that are all capable. You got 2 number 1s in reality, and Boyd could be a number 2 in the majority of these teams.
Right. Yeah, definitely. And now this week, Chase is out, you said? Is Chase out?
No,
I think he might be a borderline. We got to, speaking of, I was thinking about when you mentioned Bengals, we started talking about Bengals, just regular football discussion. I'm at a crossroads fantasy. What do you think about this? Like, if Jamar Chase ever sits, and if you were me, if you had Gabe Davis off that goose egg from last week, and you had Tyler Boyd on your roster with no Chase, if it was just Higgins and Boyd, would you start Tyler Boyd over Gabe Davis this coming weekend?
Yes.
That's a tough call, right? I think so, right?
I don't even think it's a tough call anymore.
I think Kincaid is overtaking a lot of guys in that pecking order, right?
I agree. I think Kincaid has become the number 2 target, and Gabe Davis is now fighting for the number 3 targets with Shadir.
Yeah, that kid is good. That kid is really good. What's his name? Shakir, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure his exact name, but I saw he's on the field for 73% of the snaps.
Yeah, that kid is good.
A lot of snaps, especially last week. Before that, he was at 60%. Weeks before that, he was at like 40 or less. I mean, they're just getting him more and more active in that offense with Kincaid too.
Yeah.
I think he's one of those type of players. Gabe Davis reminds me of like a Cole Beasley type player. He's always open.
Yeah.
Sitting in the zones, but Rashid brings the star factor with the over the top.
Yep, definitely. Hey, I'm looking at our JFFL. This is a crazy year. We got guys 5-4 sitting outside of the playoffs. Oh man, this is crazy.
Yeah, 2-17 heating up.
I know. Who you playing this week? Who you got?
I got Bono.
Oh, okay. This is a big week for both of you because it's getting later in the season. So this is a big week for both of you. You could pull even with him.
Bottom two. Wizard goes home pretty much.
Yeah. You could go even with him and stay alive. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, even for him, like if he loses to me and you lose like 2 or 3 games in a row now, I mean, your hopes are kind of getting crushed. My team's peaking at the right time or making some moves.
And that's why, like, I felt like we couldn't just like fuse out your season. Like, you gained 4 players. You gained 4 good players that are all above what we could find on a waiver for the McCaffrey. So, and you just won. Like, I can't hate on you. Like, you can't just look at it for Tyler. You got 4 good players.
No, I won the high week, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't even start Tank Dell, and he's coming in the lineup this week 100%.
That's why it's so crazy, all these guys.
You guys can say what you want, but last week I started 3 of the 4 guys I traded for McCaffrey, and this week it's going to be 4 out of the 4.
Right.
4 starters.
Yeah.
4 start trade, and people were trying to say it was last minute.
I know. I'm looking at the board right now too. I'm looking at MVP. Anybody could take it. Rookie of the year. It goes crazy. It goes Stroud, Puka, Gibbs, and Bijan. So it's getting a little smaller over there. Offensive player of the year. How can it not be Tyreek Hill, right?
Ooh, I disagree.
Yeah?
I think it's CMC's to lose.
Really?
I think if CMC doesn't go down, there's no way you can take it from.
CMC right now is second. He's second on the list. He's right behind Tyreek Hill. And
what are the odds of those two?
Let me see. I'll tell you right now. CMC is plus 160. They're very close. Tyreek Hill is plus 140 and McCaffrey's plus 160. So they're close. And then third is A.J. Brown plus 600.
You want me to be completely honest here? I don't even think A.J. Brown has a chance of competing with those two.
No?
And I think if you throw a nice little hundo burger on each of them, you're gonna win either like 40 or 60 bucks.
Right.
No matter what. I don't think either one of those two lose.
Man, I don't think so either.
I don't think Headfoot surpasses either of them.
Yeah, it's gonna be I don't see anybody sneaking in. It's got to be Tyreek, unless Tyreek Hill went like down or something, and AJ Brown went past the record. Maybe, I don't know. I think maybe AJ Brown will be in the discussion with those two, but Chase and CD and Diggs, I don't think they're on the level of those other guys this year.
No, I don't either.
Definitely not. So we'll see. I just wanted to just look over a couple of these rough draft. So far.
Defensive players.
Defensive player of the year. I'm looking right now. Micah Parsons and Myles Garrett are tied. They're both plus 190 right now. So they're at a stalemate. And then TJ Watt is third at plus 250. And then all of a sudden Max Crosby's fourth at plus 3,300.
Dude, I was just about to ask you, where does Max Crosby stand on that list?
Yeah, him and Aiden Hutchinson are 3,300 and 4,000 at fourth and fifth.
Hey, Aiden Hutchinson, not a bad little sleeper pick too. He's kind of a captain of that defense.
He's got an unstoppable motor, that guy, doesn't he?
Dude, that guy's got a motor. He doesn't stop, and he is legitimately Dan Campbell. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Walking embodiment of what Dan Campbell wants in a football player.
Yeah. It's going to be a fun back end of the season, seeing where these teams go. We got some solid teams sitting up there. We got some, it's been a weird year, but I feel like I know who's going to be around at the end now. I feel like, Baltimore, KC again, in the NFC, Philly will be there. I don't know, man. Nobody's really separating themselves, though. I could never pick a Super Bowl winner right now.
Oh, no way. I could not even remotely tell you who I think's going to. I mean, to be honest with you, I can tell you that I do think the 49ers probably will be in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. And they got McCaffrey and Purdy next to each other on the MVP odds. Can you believe Brock Purdy's actually on this board, plus 3,400?
Yeah, because he's just doing what he's got to do.
And you know what? I'm so upset with the Jared Goff disrespect. I love Jared Goff. Goff is under Purdy at plus 4,000. It really? Goff is he doesn't get any respect, man. Oh, I know Purdy's good, but I like Goff, man.
When a low-key transaction happened at the trade deadline that I don't think anyone said a word about for Detroit.
Oh, who?
Are we about to see an emergence of DPJ, Donovan Peoples-Jones in Detroit? Is he
yeah, that's right. He signed over there.
Is he about to steal Jameson Williams' spot as the number 2 wideout with Reynolds a little ranked up?
He might be. We will.
We saw him with Cleveland last year a couple games. When he's getting his targets, he's putting up 60, 70 yards and a touchdown almost every game.
Yeah, you're right. I'll tell you, I just saw a crazy signing, and I haven't heard anybody talk about it yet. And if you didn't mention it to me, I bet you don't even know. You want to hear the fucking craziest signing of the season so far? It just happened about an hour ago. You're never going to believe who the Rams just signed at quarterback. You're going to fucking shit.
Was it fucking Matt Ryan?
No, Carson Wentz.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I was holding that one. I was holding it.
Oh, my God. I didn't hear a word about this.
The Rams just fucking signed. Matthew Stafford is more hurt than anybody realized because I didn't even realize anything happened to him because I didn't have anything going with the Rams. Whatever happened to him is a little more serious than they thought. He might go on IR, or he is on IR, and they just signed Carson Wentz to be their quarterback. Wentz is on the Rams, taking them to a Super Bowl, baby.
Wow. Honestly, that's a nice little back half of the season team for a playoff hope, though. I don't know what the odds of that are.
And if Carson Wentz is actually if he's got any value of anything, maybe McVay could get him in some type of rhythm in that system and have him chucking the rock one more time before he totally hangs it up with some skill and success. Because I feel bad. That guy went off a cliff.
Now here's a little question too. Is there a comeback player of the year odds for Carson Wentz yet?
Oh shit, no, I don't think so. I don't even think too many people know. I just saw this a little while ago. That's pretty. Imagine if he tears it up. Imagine if Carson Wentz is in the playoffs.
All I'm saying, a nice little $5 could go a long way potentially in that running.
Yo, Carson Wentz back in the NFL. If he ever gets into the playoffs, I would. Oh my God. I'm looking at the other awards that they have. Defensive Player of the Year. Oh, Coach of the Year. Hey, your boy Dan Campbell is the favorite for Coach of the Year right now.
He's got to be. How could he not be?
Plus 210. And D'Amico Ryan's a second at plus 400.
Are they not going to talk about Kevin O'Connell being in the discussion of this, though?
Kevin O'Connell, Minnesota. Right now, he's fifth at plus 1,400. He's just playing musical chairs with quarterbacks, putting people in. You got to give him his credit.
He's playing musical chairs with quarterbacks, with wideouts. His best wideouts are rookie.
Yep.
Jefferson went down. Kirk went down. His backup quarterback went down. His third-string quarterback went down. We're on a fourth-string trade option. They get a win with him. And you're not going to talk about this guy as even a top four? He's top five, I guess. You know, he's right there. But, I mean, I don't know. This guy should be like number 2.
I know. There's nothing there's been no separation to me in this season. Like, just like with the quarterbacks, like I was saying, how I always remember quarterbacks tearing it up. Like, usually in my lifetime, a guy would have a game like CJ Stroud. 4 quarterbacks a week would have a game like that. I remember Peyton Manning and these guys, they would throw for 405 every other week. Like, somebody in the NFL would be doing that all the time. For CJ Stroud, that big game, that was like an aberration. We haven't seen quarterbacks tearing it up at all.
I 110% agree. What's Mahomes been doing this year? I don't. How many times did he broke 300?
Well, the numbers are not matching up because we got 28 receivers on pace for 1,000 yards, but there's only 4 quarterbacks on pace for 30 touchdowns. It seems like when teams get down to the red zone a lot, they spread it out. And these formations, you never used to have formations at the 4 or 5 yard line empty with 5 receivers. They're running it in at the end. Like, I'm seeing like less touchdown passes, but the receivers, there's more guys on pace for 1,000 yards than ever, but the touchdown passes are way down. So we gotta keep looking at that.
I think it's to do with I think this year the offensive coordinators have looked at the run as a short yardage situation and not so much a long-term game plan. I feel like when you get in the red zone, these coaches are looking to ground and pound in the red zone, but they're not doing it the whole drive. They're trying to sling the rock, get it down there, and then once they get it down there, then we're pounding the rock.
Right. Shit, I'm looking now. Hey, hit my channel real quick. I want to make sure I didn't go on private. Can you do that from your phone?
What?
Can you hit my channel just to make sure you go on? I want to make sure I didn't fuck up the settings.
I could try.
All right. Or I could send it to your brother. Hold on once. Just make sure that it's not screwed up.
That you're not screwed up?
Like, can you get on, or are you blocked out?
Let me see.
It should be a live stream going right now. I just want to make sure it's up there.
Let me see right now.
I didn't like tell anybody I was going on. I just wanted it to be recorded, you know?
Yeah.
Is it on?
My screen's late. Yeah, it says live.
Oh, okay. You could actually see me talking right now? Because it doesn't say anything in the...
Right now, give me 1 second.
Okay. Because I don't see anything in the numbers.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. See, Rich. I don't see the numbers though. Oh, there. Oh, okay. I'm just making sure. Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Was I the only one that was in there?
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure it was recording because I'm doing this instead of a video. Instead of doing a video, I'm just doing it live, and then it'll be there when I'm done. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
I wanted to get the conversation. So, also looking at the other awards. What do we see here before I wrap this up? Defensive rookie. Oh, they got defensive rookie. Wow.
Yeah. So is Joey Porter on that list? That was my question, actually.
Yes, he's plus 5,000. Imagine we hit him.
He was what?
He's plus 5,000 right now.
Dude, did you see the stats that they showed up on this TV the other day?
Yes, he's 5th on the list. He's not far down the list. He's in the top 5. It's Jalen Carter, Witherspoon, Branch, Anderson, and Porter. Should we take a little shot on Porter, a little flyer?
I wouldn't mind a little flyer on Porter. The dude gets 2 or 3 picks that we're talking about instantly.
$5 on Porter pays $250. That's a nice scratch off to have for the second half of the season.
For sure.
I like that. Oh, they got season. I'm checking the season futures right now. Oh, look at this. This is pretty cool right here. Most regular season touchdown passes. You could predict it. Allen is the favorite. Tua second. Geez, what quarterback could get hot and pass everybody? Maybe Trevor? No, Trevor's only got 9. Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's at plus 1,200. Oh, wow. I like that. Let's see. Huh?
The only thing that does make me a little bit nervous, though, is since he does have a good back. We're looking for a team that has no back, and Pat Mahomes got no back.
Yo, yeah. And I'll tell you what, this seems like an easy bet. Yo, I got one that seems too easy. Tyreek Hill to have the most regular season yards receiving. He's only minus 125 because of the A.J. Brown factor.
Oh my God, that's a guarantee.
Yeah, I feel like that's a nice bet to take. I'll take my chances on even money with Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think that anyone passes him.
Oh, man. They got most regular season touchdowns. Mostert's the favorite. McCaffrey's plus 300. You know McCaffrey's going to be dangerous.
Yeah, McCaffrey can easily pass that.
ATN gets a lot of balls. Yeah. Hey, and also think of guys on good teams like Montgomery and ATN. If Jacksonville and Detroit keep getting in the end zone and those guys score, they could be sneaky guys. They're plus 900 and 1,200.
The only thing that worries me about Montgomery is that he's still hurt and the emergence of Gibbs.
Yeah, yo, how good is Gibbs? I like Gibbs.
Same. I like Gibbs a lot. I was trying to trade for him. I offered him Higgins a bunch of times for him.
Hey, I got a good one. Here's one that I'm looking at. Best regular season record. The reason I like this one is because it's the most unpredictable. Fuck these teams that, excuse my language, screw these teams that are in the top. What is the team that's over here at plus 1,500, plus 2,000 that we could see running off the last 7, 8 games in a row and having the best record in the league? There's some really good teams that are over plus 1,000. You want me to read you the odds? Philly's plus 145, the favorite. Kansas City second, plus 310. Baltimore third, plus 700. Then you got Detroit plus 1,000. Jacksonville 1,100. San Fran 1,500. Miami plus 2,000. Huh?
I like Detroit right off the rip at
plus 1,000. Detroit. Baltimore's hanging in there. They're not losing. Baltimore's plus 700. Hey, the 49ers lost 3 in a row, but I could see the 49ers getting their mojo back and never losing again.
Yeah, well, as soon as if we see Debo back, that team turns into a different team again. There's too many threats when you have every single player out there.
The 49ers have 3 losses right now, correct?
2 or 3, I'm not positive.
So they're only 2 games out of the best record. If they have 3 losses, the Eagles have 1. The Niners are plus 1,500 for best record. I could definitely see the Niners running off games and the Eagles losing a few.
For sure.
Man, we got to take a look at that. We got to keep an eye on these. I'm looking at they even have a worse regular season record. I wish I could bet it on the Giants. Oh man. Yeah, they got crazy ones.
Like you said, the Bengals too. I mean, I know I'm talking a lot of Joe Burrow and the Bengals right now, but I think that team is so dangerous in the second half of the season. They always are.
You know what? I agree with you, C-Rich, because I was watching the Bengals the other day, and I kind of had deja vu, and I said to myself, I got to appreciate this guy more when I'm watching him, because I feel like what's happening with Burrow is kind of what happened to me in real life with Brady. Tom Brady, like, he was in front of my eyes for 7, 8, 9 years, and you knew he was great, but then all of a sudden the seasons would keep going, and you didn't appreciate him like you should have. And then all of a sudden 15 years goes by, and you realize he was one of the greatest ever, and you almost took it for granted. I feel like Burrow is so good that I'm almost taking it for granted, and he is that good, I think. I think he's better than everyone else.
To be honest with you, I know he had a bad start. He's slow. I think he's the best fucking quarterback in the football league when it comes down to it. I don't think I would rather have any other quarterback driving down the field with 2 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, me too.
And that's how I determine who the best quarterback is. Out of every player, who do I want with the ball in his hand with 2 left?
Right, and that's why, like people think that like I'm hating, and a lot of people use that vocabulary. Oh, you're hating, but like when I watched Dak Prescott all these years, like he has the skills, he knows how to run, like read the defense. But when it gets into that crunch time where you got to be clutch, I feel like he always goes the wrong way. He's always on the wrong side of success, and that's why I don't think he's in the class of Joe Burrow.
No, he's not at all.
No.
I completely agree. I don't even think I think it's night and day between Dak Prescott and Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
mechanics, but when it comes down to it, who's got the dog in them, who's got the clutch factor, it's not even close.
I'm really looking to see which young quarterback steps up the second half of the year between I want to see how Herbert does this second half, but Herbert's playing in spite of a bad coach. I'm not crazy about that coach. So I feel like Herbert is a little bit out of a disadvantage until he gets a new staff. But I want to see Trevor. I want to, because Jacksonville stepped on their own toes a lot in the first half, and they still have a good record. So if you're watching closely, if Jacksonville ever catches their stride for real, they're going to go from winning to dominating. I'm telling you.
For sure.
We'll see. We'll see. So, yeah, I'm going to be checking. We got waiver wire tonight. I'm going to be doing a little waiver wire work. And I have big decisions to make with my defense on a bye. I got a lot of decisions to make. I don't know what to do with my roster. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Oh, you're good. You're loaded with extra options right now, I bet.
Yeah, I'm trying to trade away to you right now. What do you mean?
Hey, I'm around. Hey, now we got the resurgence of T. Higgins. I'm taking my jersey out of the closet. I got the Ocho Cinco. Hey, my jersey became a classic. He changed his number. So now I got the throwback Ocho Cinco T. Higgins jersey. 85 T. Higgins. That thing is like a Michelin-esque classic now. Man, I got lucky with that one.
I like the 85 T. Higgins better.
Yeah. It's like a classic. I'm feeling it. So yeah, so listen, I'm gonna put in a couple of these. I'm gonna start peppering the board, but I'm gonna stay in touch with you with all the themes, and we'll touch base soon. All right, bud?
All right, sounds good, bro.
All right, C. Rich. I'll talk to you soon. Yeah, so that's the rookie of the year. That's C. Rich. So we went over some midseason awards. If I want to just go over my final stuff, we'll go over it right now. MVP, I'm looking for one of these quarterbacks to get hot down on the board and take a shot, like a Trevor Lawrence. He's 1,900, but he's only got 9 touchdown passes. He would really have to go crazy to get him. Burrow, Allen, Lawrence, those three, they're at 900, 1,400, and 19. I'll probably play those three in a ladder. Love that word, T. Rich. That's where I'm going with the MVPs. Offensive player of the year. How could you not go with Tyreek Hill? I'm going with Tyreek Hill right now. McCaffrey will be close, but I don't think you could go higher than Hill. Parsons is the best defense. Flash Garrett is there too. Wow, so that's tough. Crosby won't win it because Vegas just stinks too much. Coach of the year looks like Campbell. Long way to go. Rookie of the year, Stroud is on top now. Puka, it doesn't look like he's going to be tearing it up, especially with the addition of Carson Wentz. Hey, T. Rich. Hey, you know about the big one, right, T. Rich? Carson Wentz. I was just telling your brother. The new quarterback of the Rams, Carson Wentz. Oh, my goodness. Mustard Cheeto out in L.A. Wow. Hey, Gibbs at plus 1,500, guys. If C.J. Stroud ever gets hurt, non-contact injury like Daniel Jones, it's like shit like that. Gibbs is coming on. Now, why is Bijan Robinson plus 2,400? Did he lose his skills? Yeah, right? I know, T-Rich. Did Bijan Robinson lose his skills? No. Right, guys? So, I mean, it's going to be hard for the Nooch not to take a flyer on Bijan, Rookie of the Year. $5 on Bijan pays $120. Man, that kid's got enough juice to get really hot, and he could be the favorite going into December. By Thanksgiving, Bijan could pull right even with a couple 150 burgers, 150 all-purpose burger. Everything sounds better with the burger on the end of it. Drop the 40 burger on him. What else we got real quick? I'm just going to go my final. I don't like the defensive ones yet. Not really. Comeback player of the year. Carson Wentz. I want to see how long is Stafford out for? Comeback player of the year. Calvin Ridley's on this board. What's he coming back from? All his fucking drops? They got a lot of balls putting Calvin Ridley on here. Coming back from what? Gambling? Oh, he came back from 2 parlays and 1 year suspension. He's the comeback player of the year. Oh my God, that's ridiculous. You know, the older I get and a little smarter and wiser, my intelligence gets insulted easier. They're insulting my intelligence with fucking Calvin Ridley on comeback player of the year. You don't get to be a comeback player of the year nominee when you get thrown off for gambling on yourself. Is Pete Rose get the fucking comeback player of the award for baseball? No. He's been suspended for 40 years. It's another issue. We'll talk about that another day. Cooper Kupp, Baker Mayfield. Oh, this is funny. This is good comedy, the comeback player of the year. Odell Beckham Jr. Odell. He came back from a perm. He came back from a trip to Paris. He came back from the runway. Comeback player of the year. Baker. Baker came back from the bakery. Come back my ass. Baker Mayfield. These are great. Oh, make me laugh again. Who else is the comeback player of the year? Nah, the other ones are legit. Dobbs. Dobbs came back from Arizona. You know, he didn't come back from anything. That's stupid too. Man, I don't know about that. Season futures. Let's see. I like these. These are good. FanDuel's got some good ones. Hey, what's up, Thomas? We're doing a little, I'm always going to do my videos, but I enjoy the radio style dialogue. I enjoy the talk show radio style where we're just having conversation. We talk about what's going on in the sports in the day. Today we're doing midseason awards. So I'm checking out the FanDuel, the season futures now. I like these. These are cool. We got most regular season passing touchdowns. Nobody's run away with it. Allen is plus 250. He's the favorite. Tua's got a fragile head. Mahomes has no receivers. Herbert's on there. Herbert's got a retard coach. Burrow's sitting there plus 1,200. Russell Wilson's right behind Burrow. C.J. Stroud plus 2,000. Hey, guys, if C.J. Stroud keeps throwing 8,000 touchdown passes a week, he could run away with it. C.J. Stroud is plus 2,000. Why not? They have no running game. The Texans have no running game. Why wouldn't C.J. Stroud throw for 3 touchdown passes a week? Deontay Johnson. Loving Deontay Johnson. It's funny. Yeah, you're in here, Thomas. My buddy, Tyler, that's in here right now, he owned Deontay Johnson last year, and he was really good. But he would always bring to my attention, he's like, Nooch, I'm done with Deontay Johnson. He couldn't get in the end zone. The guy would get so many catches, but he just couldn't get in. And then this year, my mother's got him, and he got in last week, and it said his first touchdown since 2021. I was like, man, and we all know, like, every time I see Deontay Johnson, he's always open, and he's always catching balls. Don't give up on Deontay Johnson. I like him a lot. He's a better receiver than George Pickens ever will be, ever. I don't like, you know what? Guys with height and speed that stink, they get off the hook. That we let them off the hook. Like George Pickens, when I watch, he doesn't have the ball skills and like just all around athletic. George Pickens, he's fast and he can catch and take it to the house. But I mean, I'll put myself over him any day, all around, any day. Like he's got to stink to be that big, that fast. You got to really stink not to be tearing it up. That's an indictment on Pickens. He must really stink because the guy's got all the measurables in the world. Who else we got here? Oh, you know what? I want to check real quick. I want to check the touchdown leaders now so then I could see like, oh, he could catch him. Let's see how far C.J. Stroud is down the line right now because I might throw a couple of dollars on him to lead the league in touchdown passes because that's not that, you know, you don't have to be the MVP to throw the most. Nobody's running away with the touchdowns. If you weren't in here, Thomas, 2020, 13 guys had 30 touchdown passes or more. Last year, 5 guys, 30 or more. This year, 4 guys are on pace for it, and one is Kirk Cousins. The touchdown passes are down. However, 28 receivers are on pace for 1,000 yards. So it doesn't make sense. The only thing I can think of is when these teams are getting down in the red zone. My whole life of football, you're in the red zone, you got a bunched up formation, it's different. Like now you're spreading them out 5 wide, you're passing every down. So how do you fool them now? With a run. Guys are running in the end zone from spread formations, 4 receivers. You're on the 4-yard line with 5 receivers, and then all of a sudden an inside run. You're not getting the touchdown passes for some reason. The touchdown passes are down. I observed that one myself. Oh, pat on the back emoji, Nucci. Pat on the back emoji. Yes. Defense, red zone defense is up with all this fancy shit. These guys designed this fancy shit. It's not working in the red zone because touchdown passes are down. Good observation, Thomas. So now we're gonna check. We're gonna dive into this together. That's why I always told my friends my premise for this: get about between 3 and 30 of us in a room at any given day. And people are like, oh, you can get 1,000. That's cool. That's cool for like, hey, look at me. But it's not what floats my boat. I'm doing whatever we could do here and do it productive. All I need is my crew. Enough guys to sit at the table. That's it. Enjoy the journey in life in general. Enjoy the journey. Okay, here we go. Touchdown passes. Let's count. Let's see. Let's say yes or no. Who could go? Okay, here's the touchdown pass leaders. Tua, 19. Cousins, 18. We know he's not going to win it. Allen, 18. Mahomes, 17. Wilson, Hurts, Howell, Stroud. All right, CJ Stroud's at 14. The leader's at 19. So he would have to make up 5 touchdown passes in half a season. It's hard, man. You know, that's 1 quarter. The leader's only got 20. You're asking him to 5 times 4 is 20. He's got to make up 1/4. He would have to cut a quarter of that in a half a season. So it doesn't look like he will. I don't think Howell's gonna. Hurts, Wilson. You know what, guys? All right, now let's get realistic. Tua should be the leader. Allen and Mahomes. I don't see Russell Wilson doing it. I don't see Hurts doing it. Howell, Herbert, Goff, all these guys. One of those guys would have to go on a surge. For anybody other than Tua, Allen, or Mahomes to lead the NFL in touchdown passes, when you're talking 19, 18 right now, for Stroud at 14, Herbert at 13, Goff at 12, you're talking these guys would have to make up 7 touchdown passes. They don't even have much more than 7. They got 12. To make up 7 and then throw more. No, it's not going to happen. So let's go back to these odds. I'm just going to look at Mahomes, Allen. Where the hell's Burrow? Hold on. Where was Burrow in that little equation? Where's Joey B? Maybe Burrow was way down because he had those shitty couple weeks. Oh, Burrow's at 12. I love Burrow too, but I don't think he's going to make it past those guys. All right, let's check these odds again. Tua's going to win it. If this guy doesn't fall on his fucking head, he's going to win it because that offense is ridiculous. The speed. Okay, Allen is the favorite. Okay, that's the first thing that we got to pause. Tua is the leader, but Allen is the favorite. All right. Allen's only 1 behind. But to take Tua, give me right now, I hate on Tua all the time, right? But as far as gambling, I'll take a gamble on Tua with a 1 touchdown pass lead at plus 330. Tua is second in odds at plus 330 behind Josh Allen. Thank God for Josh Allen and a ton of respect because he deserves it. He's got the big arm. He's doing all that shit. But Tua with a lead. Tua leading the league at touchdown passes right now at plus 330 is a nice bet. So I'm going to take a little shot on that. That's a circle. As long as I hope he's practicing that jiu-jitsu. I hope he does those jiu-jitsu roll falls. Tua with the jiu-jitsu. Okay. Most regular season. Okay, am I missing something here, boys? I was talking about this with C. Rich. Most regular season yards receiving. Tyreek Hill is only minus 125. This is another blessing. Tyreek Hill, they're giving away this bet with Tyreek Hill because A.J. Brown exists. If A.J. Brown wasn't tearing it up the way he is right now, Tyreek Hill would be minus 900. Most yards receiving. We got a guy on pace for the record, and he's not even a heavy favorite. So I love A.J. Brown. I think it's cool what's going on out there, but I think Philly, there's just a lot to Philly. There's a lot of substance to that team, and I don't think they're going to be fucking throwing circus balls all December to A.J. Brown. Now, Miami, I think that's more their real identity, and I don't think Tyreek Hill's going anywhere at all. I think he's going right to 2,000. I said that before the season because I'm watching Jefferson was on pace for 2,000 last year. Kupp was on pace for it, 1947, 2 years ago. But none of them were as fast as Tyreek Hill or on Miami's offense. So I'm going to go with Tyreek Hill to make that 2,000, and I'm going to blast Tyreek Hill to win the receiving title. And at minus 125, that's a steal, T-Rich. That's a steal. Tom Brady. Yo, imagine. Don't say that. Yo, don't give me fake news on the show, T-Rich. Hey, I wasn't kidding about Carson Wentz. What are you matching me joke for joke? I was being serious. Carson Wentz is the quarterback of the Rams. Oh shit! I thought you were serious for a second. You know what? I was filling a little space, waiting for you to tell me if it was serious. I swear to God, T-Rich, I was thinking like, you know what? If Cheetos is on the Rams, why can't Brady be on the Raiders? Devontae's over there. He didn't get traded. Still got Jacobs. I believed it. I believed that for a second. Let's see if we can find any more super dupers for the season, midseason awards, season futures, most regular season touchdowns. Oh, wow. Most regular season rushing yards. You know what? Let's pick the rushing champ. McCaffrey. Wow. The favorite for the rushing champ is listed at plus 300. You know what that means, guys? That means they don't know. They have no farging idea who's going to lead the NFL in rushing. And it just goes to show you, touchdown passes, foggy this year in fantasy. Rushing champions, foggy. Last year's rushing champion was Josh Jacobs. By the time this year's fantasy draft came around, I reposed that question. Not one farging guy remembered who the rushing champion was from last year. That's how weird it's getting with the way the NFL is like flag football these days. It's like flag football. Dallas? Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, yeah, where'd you put that? Whoa. Team with the best record. Whoa. Dallas. Wow, I gotta see that one. I don't know about that one, T-Rich. But you know what? I'm the one who was going Jets money line last night. Nuge, take it easy. The line. I'm like, guys, I'm not worried about that, guys. Have you seen the Chargers lately? I was like, when I get fixated on my idea, sometimes I need somebody to shake me, be like, Nuge, take it easy. Okay, let's check. Best record? Where is it? I don't see it, T-Rich. Oh, wait. Oh, win totals. Where you got to tell me where it's under, T-Rich, so I don't waste a lot of time getting lost. I got win totals, season futures, season awards. Let me know. I'll come through. I'll find it. But right now, listen to this one. Look at upcoming schedule. And under upcoming schedule, there's no category that says upcoming schedule in FanDuel, T-Rich. I don't know, bud. Upcoming schedule is not a bet. I'm not coming off FanDuel, T-Rich. You're fucking me up. No, let me know the odds. I'm just fooling around with you. Let me know the odds because I'm curious. I'm interested in finding it. Best record. Oh yeah. I was talking about it before. Oh yeah, I did find that before. You know what, T-Rich? You know I'm ADD. You know I'm ADD. I did have that before. I'll find it. Regular season MVP, coach of the year. I'll find it. I'm coming up on it. I got back to it. You just had to bring me back around. Comeback player of the year. Damn, what the hell is it? Season futures. Oh, the future of the season, maybe. Ooh, Captain Obvious. No, T-Rich. I'm just a little late. Better late than never, T-Rich. I'm Johnny come lately, not Johnny come never. Let's go. Don't fucking lose faith in me, T-Rich. You should know how my brain works by now. All right. Most regular season total. Y'all, we're getting there. Woo-hoo. Oh, here we are. Here we are. Hallelujah. All right, T-Rich, let's get to this. little Zen burger. Okay. Best regular season record. Phillies in front at plus 145, right? KC plus 310. Baltimore plus 700. I don't even see Dallas. Detroit plus 1,000. Jacksonville plus 1,100. San Fran plus 1,500. Miami plus 2,000. And tie with Miami, Dallas plus 2,000. 2,000. All right. So how many games is Dallas behind Philly? That's the question. We don't even have to look to another division. Does Dallas have a worse record than the Niners right now? Do they have more than 3 losses? Let's check that out. 4 losses, I'm not farging around with them. 3, I could do it maybe. But I'm hitting MLB. I got a clear head. MLB. Here we go. Okay, standings. The Dallas Cowboys are 5-3. They're only 2 games behind the best record in the league, and it's plus 2,000. You know what? Hurts has a bad knee, and you know how when they keep asking him, "How's your knee?" He's like, "I'm out of here." He wouldn't even speak. Sirianni, run another sneak, Nick. Run your 700 sneak. Fucking quarterback's got a bum knee, and he's still running the tush push. You know what? You could tell a lot from a person by their face. He's got that dumb face, and he's doing dumb shit. Fix your face, Nick. And fix your decisions. Or you're going to get your ass on the hot seat by being stupid. Running that fucking kid. Oh, listen, these are still human beings. You do the tush push 100 times, you're going to get banged up a little bit. It doesn't matter. Fucking piles, thousands of pounds. Come on. What else are we looking at? You know what? I'm going to tell you what. Dallas at plus 2,000. I'm glad you brought that to my attention, T-Rich. And you almost made me quit before I found it. T-Rich, you're supposed to be Phil. Come on, T-Rich. Come on. You got to encourage me. All right. But what about, hey, Miami's tied with them too. I haven't. Oh, hey, who reels off hot streaks better than the Bengals? Huh? How about that for a best record? The Bengals only have 3 losses, 2. They never lost again. The Bengals are only 2 losses behind Philly. Wait, Philly's the only team with 1 loss. The Bengals. Why don't we look 1 under Dallas? Here's Miami. Here's Dallas at plus 2,000. And right under Dallas is the Bengals. What do you think about that, T-Rich? What do you think? Yeah, I got win totals. What do you think about the Bengals for a possible running it off? Listen to this. The Bengals for the best win total is plus 2,400. If you go 2 more teams down, it goes to plus 10,000. The Seahawks are plus 10,000. The Bills are plus 11,000. What's the Bills record? Because we know the Bills are strong. Can the Bills win 8 in a row and have the best record in the league? Because they're plus $100 pays 11 G's. I would like to put $1 on Buffalo right now to have the best record in football. My $1 pays $110. That's in. I just bet Buffalo right now to finish with the best record. I don't even know their record. Because we're not experts over here. We're here to have fun. My fun meter's up here. Wow. Buffalo best record, $1 Payout $110. Yes, please. Thank you. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Okay. Now let's see Buffalo's record. I didn't even want to look. I don't give a shit. But oh my God. Buffalo's 5-4. Okay, so 3 games behind Philly, 2 games behind the other bests. That's not impossible. Buffalo wins 8 in a row. They're 13-4. 13-4. I could see 13-4 being the best record. 14-2. No, not this year. Hey, biggest disappointment. Let's talk a little Sparks here. Biggest fantasy disappointment. Who are the nominees today? Who is up for the all disappointment team? First team. The nominees don't. The nominees stay on all year and they could change. It's fluid. How a guy could be off the list and the next week a guy could be on the list. Let me give you an example. Devontae Smith was on my nominees list for fantasy's most disappointing as of a few weeks ago. But the last 3 weeks, he's not a nominee anymore. However, I got a new nominee. He's also from my team. T. Rich, you should know this one. DK Metcalf. He's scaring me. I actually put a tweet out last night. I tweeted Pete Carroll. I'm probably thrown off already. I'm probably fucking thrown off for hate speech because whenever I get a little passionate, somebody mistakes it for hate. I told Pete Carroll, listen, Pete, you gray-haired fucker. I said, Pete, DK Metcalf is 6'4", 260, and he runs a 4.3. His line should never, ever say 1 for anything. 1 for 50. DK Metcalf, good teams and people with common sense in this day and age in football, when you have a playmaker, Deebo Samuel, Tyreek Hill, A.J. Brown, they come in all shapes and sizes. When you have a playmaker, you make sure you get that stud the ball 3 to 5 times a game without having to have any skill happen. What do I mean by that? You take the ball, rocket screen, 4 air yards. 3 guys are blocking. It's a run from the outside. It's like a run game from the perimeter when you have a guy like DK Metcalf. So the fact that DK Metcalf doesn't get 2 to 3 bullshit, let's get him the ball 1 yard from where the quarterback is. Here, take it real quick, DK. Start running. That's an indictment on what's going on with the creativity of the Seahawks offense. So I tweeted Pete Carroll last night. I said, DK, Pete, I don't ever want to see a 1 for 50 line with DK. Start getting those low air yard passes out. Get them 3 to 5 of those to get digested, to get the appetite going. And then you get them downfield and this and that. Then you have your 6 for hundreds like he should be having. DK Metcalf is too good to be having that, to be going under his floor. I've been settling for the last 2 years. I said, well, DK Metcalf has the highest floor I've ever seen on a guy. You got to be careful. High floor. It's like a contradiction. The floor is not usually in a high place. So you got to be careful. High floor can be a good thing until you go under the floor. Right now, DK dropped under the floor lately, so we got to watch him. That high floor shit, that floor has bent. Now, I'm seeing no ceiling. It's one thing to have a high floor, but if you go under that floor, you better be a home run guy, big-time home run guy. Gabe Davis, men's amends right now because he went under any type of floor I would have hoped for with that goose egg last week. But Gabe Davis has pop. Gabe Davis has pop. Gabe Davis could give you 4 for 160. You know it. Gabe Davis could give you 3 for 119. You know it. But that's like the opposite of Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd will give you 7 for 40. The fuck is that? But he's valuable in his role. He's a good possession slot receiver. Now, this year, Jamar Chase might be out. This week, Jamar Chase could be out. What do I do, T-Rich? You're here. I'm going to give you those players in 1 second. It's my last question for you. What do I do? Jamar Chase is likely out. You heard it from me first. You got T. Higgins and Boyd. Gabe Davis just fogged up my mind last week because I got Kincaid too, and I love Kincaid. Kincaid's not going on the bench. Who do I start? I'm starting Ingram at tight end. Kincaid in my flex. I got one more flex. I got two guys in one spot. Do I go Boyd with no Chase, or do I go Gabe Davis? Your brother suggested Boyd. I'm on the fence. I'm leaning Boyd, but most of the time I would go with Davis. I would go with Gabe Davis. I'm fucked up about that one. Excuse my language. I'm messed up with that one. I don't know what to do. What should I do with that one, T-Rich? Davis? Jesus. You Richardson brothers, I'm not asking you anything anymore. You guys gave me two different answers on purpose. I know it. So I'm all screwed up. And I got more bad decisions to make tonight. I should have never fucked around last week in the JFFL. I fucked up, T. Oh, damn it. Now tonight, I got to do another hard one. I think I got to drop one of those quarterbacks. Gonna have to scrap that plan because I'm not gonna cut off my nose to spite my face. I'm not gonna hurt my own team and not pick up what I need because I'm trying to do this. I can't play that much defense. We got guys over 500 out of the playoffs in our league. So how can I play defense when it's a must win right now? My 5-4 right now is only good for the 6th seed. I'm hanging on by a thread. We got to see. I want to check out these other awards real quick. I'm feeling these awards. All right. Oh, more NFL. Here we go. Oh, what were you saying, T-Rich? I'm sorry. Schedules? Why the schedules? Oh. Weekly. Oh, okay. To see who wins for her season win totals. You know what? I have not looked at the season win totals since before the season. And I remember Atlanta was at 9.5. And I remember thinking to myself, wow, they have a lot of balls putting that shit team at 9.5. So I want to see what Atlanta is. And then I was wrong on the Giants. I was like, wow, how could they only have the Giants at 7.5? They got a lot of balls. So that works both ways. All right, let's see. Win totals. Here we go. Win totals. Atlanta's dropped to 8.5. Okay. The Giants, I'm sure they dropped too. Let's see where the Giants are. The Giants are off the whole board. Holy shit. They don't even have a total for the Giants. That's disgusting. The Jets are 7.5. What are you going to do? I'll tell you what. I'm looking for Jacksonville. I'm looking at Jacksonville 11.5. Really? Jacksonville's going to go 11-6. All right. If Jacksonville goes 11-6 and we take the under, aren't they 6-2 right now? They're 6-2. So they would have to go 5-4 the rest of the way to go under. I don't think so. Nah, Jacksonville's going to go better than 5-4, guys. Over for Jacksonville. And the over is plus 108. So they must have tough teams. I'm not looking at that shit no more. I benched Lamar Jackson this year against Cleveland a month ago. Oh, Cleveland's got the best defense in the NFL. Bro, they played 3 games against 2 shit teams. Of course they got the best defense. You got to use the variables. You can't just compute everything after 2 weeks and do historic stats. That shit doesn't work. Jacksonville regular season, Kansas City 12.5. These are tough. Win totals are tough right now. Make playoffs. Now that if you believe in a team, you should be able to pick going to the playoffs because everybody and their mother gets in. 7 teams get in. If you look at in the hunt, every fargan team is in the hunt. Everybody's in the hunt. So it's just, we don't even have to calculate. Just like, what team do you believe is not going to fuck up? What team do you believe has some grit, some heart, some consistency, some talent? Like, they'll make the playoffs. Everybody gets in. 7 teams get in. So let's see, make the playoffs. Atlanta now. Who's a team that we're looking for that we like to root for? I want to see if somebody's in the negative that I actually like to get in. Where's Jacksonville? Make the playoffs. Yes, minus 950. All right. Who's a fringe team? Let's see a fringe team. Seattle to make the playoffs, minus 260. I like them a lot to make the playoffs. Chargers. Can you bet a team no? I'd like to have the Chargers miss the playoffs. Chargers, no. Why do I hate on the Chargers so much? T-Rich, I got something against the Chargers. I got a vendetta for Staley. Staley better never see me in an alley. I'm just kidding. Cincinnati Bengals to make the playoffs, minus 290. Are the Cincinnati Bengals going to crumple? Because cream usually rises. You know what? If you had to win money, you put the Bengals to make the playoffs with somebody else. Like cream rises. That's why I'm worried about your quarterback situation, T-Rich, because cream rises. I know I got Trevor and Lamar. Cream rises. I'm going to get that big game in December when I need it. But are these guys going to be slinging it in December in the cold? These scrubs? Colts or Houston? There we go. Let's see. Colts to make the playoffs, plus 470. All right. Well, Jacksonville's in that division, right? So all right, well, they just got to be in the hunt. They don't have to win their division. Who's the other one? Houston. Houston Texans are going to be fun. Wow, they're only plus 250. Wow. They got more faith in them than the Texans, than the Colts because of their quarterback, obviously. Wow, the Texans are only plus 2. Wow, the Colts plus 470. No respect. Rodney Dangerfield in the NFL, Colts. No respect. How about, why are the Vikings like a favorite to make the playoffs? Is Josh Dobbs taking Minnesota to the playoffs and nobody told me? I didn't even realize that. Yeah, Minnesota to make the playoffs is only plus 122. They're shorter odds than those teams we were just mentioning. Why? Wow. So they're saying Minnesota's going to win that division. What's the standings in that division? Standings. Minnesota. Holy shit. Minnesota is 5-4. Yeah. 8. Okay, let's look at all the teams with better records in the NFC than Minnesota. Philly, Dallas, Detroit. Holy shit, that's it. Minnesota's tied with New Orleans record-wise. San Fran and Seattle got 5 wins, 1 less loss. So Minnesota's right in that mix. That's an interesting. So they're not tanking anything because they're a 50-50 to make the playoffs. We got to look at stuff like that. So that gave me a whole different perspective on Jefferson too for fantasy, because I was like, they lost Cousins, but I'm looking at Vegas odds and Minnesota's plus 122 to make the playoffs. That's almost even money. So that just gave me a whole different perspective on that whole team. So they're not tanking shit, especially with the way Dobbs looks. So we got to look at that every week, guys. I'm glad we look at these. That's why it's fun to dive into this shit in podcast style format. I can do good videos and it's fun, but it's not as fulfilling for me. Not even close. If I get the radio shit down pat, have people in here and there, that's the most fun. Because we all enjoy sports radio. And if somebody could carry it and keep it going, then we got it. New England to make the playoffs. No. Imagine a Belichickian job, plus 2,500. Can Bill Belichick lead these troops? No. Moving on. Anything else? I'm going to wrap this show up. I didn't realize it was on for an hour. Got a little midseason report. We did a good little midseason report here. That's why I like doing the talk show format. It was a fun conversation, interactive midseason report. We tackled every award. We looked at season win totals. We brushed over some stuff. Let's take a look at Super Bowl. Let's finish with the big dance, T-Rich. Let's finish with the big dance. Odds to win the Super Bowl real quick. Miami is still plus 1,200. Now, Kansas City, okay. This is why there's no the NFL. We got the NFL by the Cayunes. We got the NFL by the Cayunes right now. Whoever we want to bet to win the Super Bowl, they're giving you beautiful, beautiful odds. There is no favorite because even Vegas knows anybody could win. Anybody could win. We've been watching that for the first half of the season. Number one is Kansas City to win the Super Bowl plus 490. They're the favorites. Philly second plus 500. So last year's participants. Then you got San Fran plus 600. Ravens plus 850. Cowboys plus 1100. Can we just throw the Cowboys in the garbage? Why are they even on the list? I don't even like seeing them. Miami plus 1200. Cincinnati plus 1400. Detroit 1500. Now you know I love me some Detroit. Okay, now let's talk real teams that can go on a run. We just listen, guys. We just watched the Arizona Diamondbacks and the fucking Texas Rangers go to the World Series. Let's not get short-sighted on this list. This is the list that we should not be joking about and actually be serious. You know how we try to find these crazy things on lists? This is the list because Kansas City, Brady didn't win every year. Even dynasties win every couple years usually. Kansas City, law of averages say they're not going to win this year, and neither is Philly. Let's get that out of the way. But they're dangerous, but you know what I'm saying? San Fran, plus 600, powerhouse. Baltimore, 850. They just keep winning. Dallas, I'm not mentioning them. Miami, plus 1,200. Here we go. Cincinnati Bengals. Joey, I'm going on a run. Burrow, plus 1,400. It's how many times do we have to see Cincinnati in a conference championship game before we actually don't bet the 1,400. I'm going to put a little something on the plus 1,400 because the Bengals should get close. And if you're close, then you have action. And if you have action, then you got a shot. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I don't hate the Lions, T-Rich. Detroit plus 1,500. I'm putting a Nucci 5-burger on that right now. I got Buffalo as the best regular season record. $1 pays 110, find of the day. And I'm putting $5 on Detroit to win the Super Bowl right now. Pays $75. That's nice. That's nice. I might even go to Mammoth. Racetrack and put $50 on Detroit to win 750. Because we're halfway through the season. I'm not going to ride it out with the Subway Super Bowl anymore. That's over. Good job, Nooch. So now I need a new season future. I'm going $50 on Detroit to pay $750 to win the big one, the Super Bowl. And I'll be scouting them extra hard on Thanksgiving. Because Detroit plays every Thanksgiving, don't they? Okay, who else is on this list? Ooh, there's some good teams, boys, on this to win the Super Bowl list. There's some good teams in the thousands. Detroit, 1,400. 1,500. Bengals, 1,400. Buffalo, 1,500. Jacksonville, 2,000. My other favorite team. Oh, Nucci, you're going to blow all your money. Oh, all right. Jacksonville to win the Super Bowl. Because you know I love me, the Jacksonville Jaguars. $5 on Jacksonville pays $100. That is a magic trick. You swallow a 5, you shit out 100. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, I'm going to cry. All right, so we got Jacksonville and Detroit. Beautiful. 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 Cleveland, they're not going anywhere. Seattle, you never know, but they've been getting rocked too. Chargers, okay, now we're getting into poop. Poop emojiville. New Orleans Saints, Pittsburgh. Yeah, that's it. All right. So we got a nice little gist. We got a little hour Midseason Report podcast. My name is Nooch, Neighborhood Picks. I got to start doing shorts and videos. Do me a favor, guys. If you listen to the show, give it a share, spread the word. I got to start picking it up on the back end of the season as far as just everything that I'm doing. So a lot of videos coming, more radio style live streams, and hope to see you guys into the live stream Sunday morning. Let's get the live streams going Sunday morning. All right. Nooch, Neighborhood Picks. Like and subscribe.